And on behalf of Courant family, I want to say thanks for being here again. This place is actually very unique in the sense that the moment you enter this building, you feel math in your veins at any given time of the weekdays or weekends. The building gets filled up with thousands of undergraduate mathematicians, teachers, high schoolers, and middle school students, actually. So my name is Selin Kalaycıoğlu. I'm a clinical associate professor here at Courant, and I'm also the PI for the Center for Mathematical Talent. As you probably already know, Center for Mathematical Talent is actually founded by the generous grant of Sloan Foundation in 2010. And I became the PI actually 3 years after that. Soon after I dedicated to become the PI, I've heard that the director of the center is leaving. There was only one name in my mind, my best and foremost friend, Brandy Weigers. And she joined us actually last year, and I'll hand it to her to talk about the center and some other logistics. Thank you.
Thank you, Celine. Welcome, everybody. I don't know who is luckier, me or her. It's great to be working on the same floor and just, talking about math and being nerdy without feeling like you'll ever be ashamed of being nerdy. So Center for Mathematical Talent, as Celine said, was founded in 2010. And the idea behind it is, who has access to math enrichment in New York City? We have wonderful organizations that work with high-achieving kids. We have wonderful organizations that focus their efforts on underserved communities. But they need a space, and New York City has really high rent. So some of the efforts in that front is that Courant is actually providing space to many wonderful organizations, such as New York Math Circle, BEAM organization, and New York City Math Team. They're over here, like Celine said, all three organizations are here on the weekends with their students. They're doing wonderful math works, and it's a joy to see them. And they're going to be here this weekend as well. Some of you will get the chance to see them. And after I arrived, I've taken some initiatives as well. So we started some in-house activities. One of the ones that we've started is that, so we started working with the government. There's a department called Departments of Youth and Community Development that's in charge of the after-school programs in the city. So what we do is that we provide instructor trainings to help them become math circle facilitators. And they go back to their community, and they usually work in Title I schools and underserved communities. It's a wonderful initiative that we've taken on. Another thing that we do is we have math circles for different students that work with BEAM alumni, actually, that's run by a PhD student and an adjunct from Courant. We also work with some of the schools in 2 elementary schools we worked with last year. So these are all the nice things we're trying to do, but it all needs, what we believe in is that all you need is someone to tell you that math is cool. Math is not something that that you should be afraid of. So we deal with a lot of math phobia as well when we go around. And I think one of the things that that is the hardest is to get the principals on board sometimes that we're going to come and do some math activities and it's going to be fun. Trust me. And they're like, oh, are they going to get better grades at school? I'm like, Or maybe, but it's not the point, right? I mean, that's one of the things that I struggle the most, because math is cool regardless of those, there are no math teachers, or state tests. So we're so lucky to have this conference here. So throughout the conference, you're going to hear from many different people about the initiatives of CMT. There's going to be a PhD student talking about his experiences with the math circles. We have wonderful math teachers who are going to talk about how we went to a school and started a math circle, knowing nothing about the school, and then some of the challenges and successes about that. So I've been the director for a year now. The previous director was Mark Soul, which I thought would be in the crowd right now, but maybe he's running a little late. So you're in good hands. I'm going to introduce Diana White now. And she's going to talk about the goals of our conference and what this weekend is going to look like for us.
So the National Association of Math Circles, let's start, before we hop into that, just a tiny bit about math circles. Brandy and I have spent endless hours, I have no idea how many, just talking about the basic question of what is a math circle and different variants of that and what are the attributes of it and how should we be portraying it in grants and funding and to the community and so on. And I think she's nailed it with this image of a Venn diagram, that we don't have the actual Venn diagram up there, but we do have the three components of it. That a math circle brings together mathematics. Of course, mathematics is central and first and foremost the thing that binds it all together, but also problem solving. Problem solving takes center stage. And then sharing mathematical culture and creating mathematical community. So interestingly, this probably won't be surprising to a lot of people in the room, one of the big effects that we're starting to realize math circles are having is impacts on things like kids' mathematical identities and kids' mathematical sense of belonging. And it's giving them a place where, as I think I first heard, maybe heard Brandy say, they can go, math is cool, it's awesome, you know, and not feel awkward about that, like they might in their school setting or in other settings, depending on those environments, but where they can really just cut loose and have fun doing math without a lot of pressure or standardized tests or anything of that nature. So what is the National Association of Math Circles? For those who aren't familiar with us, we're an outreach organization or program of the Mathematical Sciences Research Institute in Berkeley, California, founded in 2007. Brandy was the founding director of that. And our biggest goal and our biggest focus right now is providing resources and support to you as the Math Circle leaders. So we're really focused on providing that support to Math Circle leaders in the form of everything from materials, videos, etc., to training and mentoring. We started a new Math Circle mentorship and partnership program, to things like this, conferences and workshops, where we recognize that even if you've started a Math Circle, been going successfully for several years, you still need support and energy and a sense of community yourselves where you can come back and rejuvenate and get more ideas and so on. And so we hope that this conference for a lot of you serves that goal of staying connected to the community and exchanging ideas and best practices and learning from each other, and using a buzzword of community of practice development. We also are working hard to catalyze research and evaluation efforts. The landscape of funding in this country has changed. I don't know how much that's been affecting individuals in this room. It's no longer sufficient for a lot of funders just to say, math circles are cool, or our outreach program, our math club is great, it's fun, give us money. We need a lot more evidence than we used to of impact and results of different types. And so we're working to catalyze those research and evaluation efforts, both for those goals and just so that we understand what the effects are. How can we as a community grow and improve our practice, and that cycle of feedback there. So touching base on just a few more of the resources, anyone here who's brand new to Math Circles, a wonderful starting spot is Circle in a Box. It's a book in the AMS MSRI Math Circle Library series. It's the first of about 19 books in that series that have been published so far. And it's a mixture of both administrative support and ideas of what you need to do administratively to start a math circle, as well as mathematical content. It's available for free. It's the only one of the books available for free on the mathcircles.org website. And so that's a wonderful starting spot to look at there. And then for those of you more experienced, if you're not familiar, there are 19 books in the AMS MSRI Math Circle Library series now. I just got the 19th one in the mail a couple weeks ago. Haven't really gotten a chance to dig into it yet. But they range everything from math circles at the preschool level to high school level, competition level problems, and everything in between, including ones aimed at teachers and so on. And David will actually be speaking about, he's written one of those, and he'll be talking about something related to that as well. As I just mentioned, we do have a mentorship and partnership program. We take applications right now every spring for that. It's aimed at novice math circles in the first 3 years to really help them get off the ground and provide everything from administrative support to where do you find math content to how do you train session leaders, what do you need to know about safety and working with kids, how do you get funding, all of those different components. We're trying to make it as easy as possible on you or on any of your colleagues to start a math circle, because we recognize that for a lot of people what really interests them is the mathematics and the working with their constituents, with the kids, the teachers, the parents, whatever the target audience of your math circle is. And so we want to make all that behind the scenes paperwork, administrative component, we want to try to make that as easy as possible on you. There's no way to get around it, unfortunately, but we would like to ease the burden as much as we can. We have mentorship opportunities. Those of you who haven't been a mentor yet, who are experienced Math Circle leaders, would love to connect up to you about both formal and informal opportunities there. Right now, in particular, we have a couple kids in California, high school students wanting to start their own math circles, and I would love to pair them up with somebody who'd like to be a mentor with them. All right, finally, websites, webinar series, and YouTube channel. There's a link. These slides will appear. You can look at that yourselves. All of these sessions will end up there at some point, maybe not immediately, but over time. And with that, I believe, am I right? Yes. I will hand it over and let you take over from here, if that's okay. Brandy Weigers, the Associate Director of NAMC.
Well, good morning. I hope that everyone is having a good start to your morning. We wanted to take and briefly check in regards to the goals for Circle on the Road. This is, in fact, the 5th Circle on the Road that we've had. The trivia for this morning is, can people remember when they all started or what other ones we've done? Go for it.
There was one in D.C.
We got D.C.? Houston. Puerto Rico. Phoenix. So.
And also MSRI.
Right. It wasn't on the road. So there was many years of doing the conference at MSRI. The last one that we had at MSRI was in 2009, called the Great Circles Conference. And then from there we went to Phoenix, and then over to Texas and Houston, DC, and then Puerto Rico. So we're excited to have worked across the country and finally gotten here to New York City. And throughout all of these, what we've seen consistently is this opportunity to take and have a chance to build community. There's faces in this room that I've met through Circles on the Road, and that's exactly what we're trying to provide this opportunity. There's people's blogs or people's different articles that were posted on mathcircles.org. This is your chance to actually meet those people. And there was a question last night at the gaming that someone asked in regards to who are the people that are here. And so we were very specific as we were accepting people. About a third of people are brand new to Math Circles, brand new to this community. About a third are people that have been involved in the community, and we're trying to bring them up to the next level. We're trying to give them more responsibility, get them doing a little bit more stuff. And then about a third of the people in here are the people that have been around for the last 10, 20 years, that have been involved in Math Circles and math outreach projects and are sharing their expertise with the broader community. So that's who we've got here. Look around, make sure you have a chance to meet some of those people, because building the community, this is really why we brought us all together. In addition, we're going to build that community by sharing ideas and resources. So we have Math Circle sessions. These are opportunities where, as the audience, you will be the participants, and you will actually sit there and experience different Math Circle topics that hopefully you'll be able to bring back to your own math outreach program. We'll also be talking about research and evaluation and assessment. So again, this sort of thing that so many of your circles need in order to move forward and continue to get funding opportunities. We'll be supporting administrative and logistical aspects, but also talking about the broader, where do Math Circles fit in the broader informal mathematics spectrum. We're very excited also that a theme for this particular Circle on the Road is a focus on underserved youth, and I think that we're going to have some great plenary speakers as well as other opportunities to hear from people that have really done that well. So it'll be exciting. We wanted to do some quick notes about the logistics, and these are some highlights from past Circle on the Roads. So Friday, that was yesterday, too late. But for today, we will be meeting till about 5:45, but lunch will be provided. So we'll be in this building until 5:45, but lunch, so you don't have to go too far. Tomorrow we'll be starting at 8:30 a.m. with some door prizes to get you here nice and early. As a reminder, we should get some door prizes. We'll be ending at 4 tomorrow, and then we would encourage you over lunch to take and try to make arrangements, find other rides to the airport and such. We also wanted to give you an announcement that Kurt Kreith's presentation has been canceled. He is unable to attend. So that's going to be the presentation on Sunday at 12:45. His circle will be canceled. And we'll give you a reminder about that tomorrow as well. We also have some sort of different parts to this particular circle, so we wanted to highlight it. The first is that we are going to have a series of Ignite Talks. So how did we say this last night? The speakers. Okay, it was funnier last night. We'll have 5 minutes and 5 minutes only. They will have 20 slides that will move forward whether they want them to or not. And when I've done these before, they're really quite fun because you just build this sense of anticipation. You want these people to make it. So not only do we get that cheering component for Math Circles, but you also have a chance to just hear about so many more programs this way. And so we're very excited about that opportunity. We also have the opportunity for you to visit the New York Math Circle, so live with kids and everything. So young students, in order to do that, there is a sign-up sheet that is out in the lobby. Oh wait, I actually have a slide for that. There we go. You sign up at the registration desk, first come, first served. Those of you that used the doodle poll have already been assigned to your preferred times. You should have gotten an email last night with the room reservation, but there are still some times available, so you can sign up for those at the registration desk. We ask that you arrive at the assigned times 5 minutes prior to the actual start of your circle. When you observe, we ask that you do not interfere with the lesson in any way, so we're going to ask you please not to take any video recordings, photo recordings, or audio recordings. That's a requirement that they have based on their permissions, and we are working with youth, so it's important to respect that. The other schedule details is that we have some unique, fun activities tomorrow morning, including Math Jam. I'm going to give Amanda and Bob an opportunity to talk about that tomorrow morning, so you'll hear a quick announcement about that. We'll also be specifically having a group discussion about evaluation, research, and assessment. And then if you are interested, you came this weekend, this all sounds amazing, and you want to start a math circle, or you want ideas about aspects that you want to change about your math circle, we're going to have some people that have participated in MC MAP, and that will be an opportunity for you to meet with them. And then we'll also have a math circle demonstration by Harold. So any questions? Comments? Inspirational statements? You feel like we're ready for this?
Thank you, Randy.